So 5 minutes isn't a lot of time for what we do, but I'll kind of briefly go over what we do at the restaurant and how we incorporate these kind of ideals that everybody is talking about, and then Ashleigh can handle the outreach program. So like Alice, we're on that end of the spectrum, but on the restaurant side. We are 100% organic. We are biodynamic where possible. We have our own garden, and on the other side with our staffing, we tip our kitchen, and a bunch of other questionably legal policies that we use to kind of equalize the pay disparity that also prevents restaurants from actually being sustainable institutions. We got started, both of us kind of working within the system. We went to college. I went to George Washington. She went to Colgate. And we met later on, starting jobs, kind of working within policy or corporate strategies, and we both became very quickly disenfranchised with how slowly the pace was going. So the first chance we got, we decided to open a restaurant with an outreach program, and that was about 3 years ago in June. And when we began that restaurant, we started it illegally. We didn't have the money to work within the system. We didn't have the money to get building and safety certified. We didn't have the money to get a health permit. So we opened the restaurant and decided that we would figure it out as we went along, because we just couldn't, we couldn't sit still. We couldn't wait. We didn't want anybody to tell us when we could do what we wanted to do. So we started with bare bones, and we slowly built our way up. And because of that, we have a team with us that believes in the similar ideals. So we close our restaurant 2 days a week. We encourage our staff to find hobbies outside of cooking, to take care of themselves when they cook staff meal, to nourish the team. And when they bring this kind of attention to that, the food that they're able to put out for our guests, it becomes such a different experience. People come into the restaurant and they get food cooked by people who are so committed and driven to the ideals of what we believe in, that they'll make every sacrifice to do it. And similar to what you were all doing in school, which is studying a field that isn't the most lucrative, isn't the most set, and comes with a bunch of risks, it's truly inspiring to see this generation of people who are demanding opportunities to employ themselves in such a way that benefits everybody. So on the restaurant side, the food is boring. What we're really excited about is these kind of ideals of sustainability, of nutrition, of health, of eating well and living well, and how you can integrate that to a creative, economically cutthroat environment like the restaurant.
So when we opened the restaurant, it was really important to both Ari and myself to work on within the community and to focus on developing a program that would reconnect students with food and have that relationship. And so we started a program. It's called Alma Community Outreach Program. We work with 3 schools in Rampart area, and we teach basically garden to table, really accessible, really affordable recipes. And it's been a beautiful process to see that whole thing unfold, and we're just really really excited.
So I guess I think I'd rather interact, so if anybody wants to ask any questions, I don't have anything I can lecture on. Yes?
So how many hours a day do you have for
It's pretty extensive. I mean, my day starts at 6 in the morning, and it'll finish anywhere from 10 or 11 or 3 or 4, depending on how we do. It doesn't feel like work, which is the fortunate thing. It's really a blessing to be able to do it. Okay, so in California, there is a law that says that you cannot tip a member of the staff who does not directly interact with guests or customers. Because of this, cooks who, when I was coming up as a cook, we make between $18,000 and $22,000 a year. None of us have health care. All of us have been to the hospital without insurance. And these are just the realities that come with owning a restaurant. So when we decided to do it, we wanted to look at different ways to organize our staff. And what happened is we had the kitchen begin to interact with guests. They'll run food, clear. Sometimes they'll pour water and wine. They'll reset. And because of that, we can give a significant tipping portion to the kitchen to bring their wages up, almost on par with what our servers are making. And that living wage is really, our focus. to run a restaurant and not give people above a living wage is just an irresponsible business method at this point.